Ever wondered how a kingdom in the hills, surrounded by lush greenery and majestic mountains, became part of the vast British Empire? It's quite the tale, filled with intrigue, conflict and transformation. In 1815, Sri Lanka, then known as Ceylon, experienced a dramatic shift in its history. The British colonized the island, marking the end of the independent kingdom of Kandy, which had resisted foreign domination for centuries. Imagine the fierce local resistance against the well-trained and disciplined British troops. The Kandyan kingdom, with its rich history and culture, fought valiantly to maintain its sovereignty. It was a clash of cultures and power, with the British bringing their own customs, governance and military might to the island. Once the British took control, they didn't just stop at the borders of Kandy. They expanded their influence across the entire island, integrating it into their colonial empire. They brought the entire island under their influence, establishing administrative structures and systems that would reshape the nation. This wasn't just a political takeover, it was a transformation that affected every aspect of Sri Lankan life. Under British rule, Sri Lanka saw major changes in its infrastructure, economy and social fabric. The British introduced new infrastructure, think roads, railways and ports. These developments connected different parts of the island, facilitating trade and movement. They reshaped the economy, focusing on the cultivation of tea, rubber and coffee plantations. These crops were not just for local consumption, but were grown to meet the demands of global markets. These crops became global commodities, putting Sri Lanka on the economic map and integrating it into the global trade network of the British Empire. But it wasn't all tea and scones. The social fabric of Sri Lanka underwent significant changes as well. The British influence permeated everyday life, from family structures to cultural events. Traditional customs and practices were often overshadowed by British norms and values. The British implemented new laws and education systems which had a lasting impact on the island's society. Schools were established, and English became the medium of instruction. English became a key language, leaving a lasting legacy in Sri Lankan society. It opened up new opportunities for education and employment, but also created a divide between those who could speak English and those who couldn't. From the bustling markets to the serene tea estates, British colonization left an indelible mark on Sri Lanka's landscape and culture. The island's economy was now tied to the global market, and its society was forever changed. So next time you sip a cup of Ceylon tea, remember the history steeped in your cup. Each leaf carries the legacy of a time when Sri Lanka was a jewel in the British colonial crown. Stay tuned as we explore more about how British rule shaped Sri Lankan society, its lasting impacts, and the resilience of its people in preserving their unique identity amidst colonial rule.